Most people go through life believing that reality is fixed, static, unchangeable. But the universe doesn't work that way. It is in constant motion, reorganizing events, people, and situations according to the vibrational frequency of the observer. And while many remain trapped in a linear view of time and space, the universe is silently rewriting the scripts of life, leaving subtle clues along the way. These clues aren't obvious. They hide in repeating numerical patterns, in vivid dreams that seem to hold hidden messages, in seemingly random encounters that carry profound meaning. What if I told you that everything you're experiencing right now might be pointing to a new reality that is emerging? What if challenges, obstacles, and even coincidences were actually signs that the universe is trying to get your attention? In this video, you will discover 7 hidden signs that indicate reality is being rewritten. We will explore together how conscious observation can become a powerful map for navigating this process, identifying each of these signs, and using them to align with the new frequency that is forming. Are you ready to see what the universe is trying to show you? Then stay alert, because the signs are everywhere. Sign 1: repetition of numbers and numerical patterns. Imagine waking up every morning, and when you look at the clock, it reads 11:11. You get in the car, and the odometer shows 222. The receipt for your coffee totals 33.33. Are these numbers trying to tell you something? For many, they're just coincidences. For others, they are vibrational codes sent by the universe, messages disguised as numbers that repeat insistently. Reality, although it seems solid and static, is composed of frequencies and vibrations. Everything is energy in motion, including numbers. They carry information, a type of hidden language that connects the physical world with the quantum field. When reality is in the process of reconfiguration, the conscious mind can start to pick up on these numerical codes, which act as a kind of warning or guidance. Each numerical sequence carries a specific meaning. 111, for example, is considered an energetic portal. It represents new beginnings, the opportunity to rewrite your story, to align your thoughts and intentions with the new reality that is forming. It's as if the universe is saying, pay attention, you're at a point of transition. What you think now can soon manifest. 222, on the other hand, brings the energy of alignment. It's a reminder that everything is being arranged behind the scenes, even if the change isn't yet visible in the physical plane. When this sequence appears repeatedly, it's as if the universe is reaffirming that you're on the right path, that the pieces of the puzzle are falling into place, even if they seem out of order. 333? This number is a call to spiritual awareness. It signifies the presence of higher forces, spiritual guides, masters, protective energies. When 333 appears, it invites the observer to elevate their vibration, to move beyond the rational mind and connect with intuitive wisdom. It's a reminder that you're not alone, that there is invisible support guiding your steps toward the new reality. But why do these numbers appear so frequently when the universe is rewriting reality? The answer lies in vibrational resonance. When the mind begins to tune in to a new frequency, it becomes more receptive to patterns that previously went unnoticed. Reality ceases to be a solid plane and reveals itself as a dynamic field, composed of symbols, messages, and synchronicities. These numbers are like vibrational portals. They carry a specific energetic signature that resonates with the new reality being created. It's as if the universe is using a code system to get the observer's attention, so they can wake up and realize that something important is happening behind the scenes of existence. However, observing the numbers is just the first step. The real transformation occurs when we start to reflect on what we were thinking, feeling, or planning at the moment the numerical sequence appeared. If you saw 111 while thinking about a new project, it might be a clear sign that it's time to take the first step. If 222 shows up amid conflict, perhaps the universe is asking for patience and trust. If 333 appears during a moment of doubt, it's a reminder that you are being guided by spiritual forces and that everything is happening according to a greater plan. The practice of observing numbers is, in fact, an invitation to presence. It's an exercise in awareness, a training to perceive reality beyond the obvious. beyond the surface. Each numerical sequence is a portal that opens to a new layer of existence, a space where past, present, and future coexist in a single field of energy. Sign 2, unexpected interruptions and obstacles. You're about to embark on a long-awaited trip. Bags packed, tickets purchased, everything organized. But suddenly the flight is canceled. An unexpected setback that seemed impossible, yet it happens. Or maybe you're in the middle of an important project and, at the crucial moment, something unforeseen arises and prevents progress. These events are not just coincidences or simple setbacks. When reality is being rewritten, the universe often uses interruptions and obstacles to redirect the vibrational flow of the observer. Most people see these obstacles as punishments or signs that something is going wrong, but in reality, they are redirections. Imagine the universe as a vast quantum GPS, constantly recalculating the route so you can follow the path most aligned with your current vibration. And when the internal frequency changes, the external path also needs to adjust. It's during this adjustment that obstacles arise. They are not blocking your way, they are pushing you toward a new path. When something important is canceled, postponed, or simply doesn't go as planned, the universe is trying to create a pause. This pause is an opportunity for you to reevaluate intentions, notice hidden messages, and align with the new reality taking shape. Instead of resisting or insisting that things happen as planned, true spiritual mastery lies in asking, what is this delay trying to show me? Why was this interrupted now? Obstacles also act as transition points. They interrupt the linear flow of life so the mind can awaken and perceive a new path. Imagine someone unexpectedly losing their job. Initially, they may see it as a failure, a setback, but weeks later they encounter an opportunity they would never have considered before. A chance that leads them to a completely different and potentially more aligned destination. This is the power of vibrational redirections. They may seem like obstacles, but they are portals. Another common example is when a significant meeting is canceled. Perhaps you were about to close a deal, start a relationship, or establish a partnership. But something happens and the meeting doesn't occur. Rather than feeling frustrated or trying to force the situation, stop, observe, reflect. What has changed in the vibrational field? What is this cancellation trying to reveal? Often, the universe interrupts certain flows to prevent you from committing to something that is no longer aligned with the emerging reality. There are also internal obstacles, feelings of resistance, insecurity, fear. They may intensify when reality is about to reconfigure. The mind senses the imminent change, and to maintain control, it begins to create internal barriers, sabotaging thoughts, procrastination, anxiety. However, the more you resist, the stronger the obstacles seem to become. It's like swimming against the current of a river that is already carrying you to another destination. The key is to let go, trust, and observe. What seems like a block may actually be an invitation to slow down and align with a new frequency. Therefore, when unexpected obstacles arise, instead of reacting or trying to force things to happen, try pausing and observing. Breathe deeply. Ask yourself, am I being redirected to a better path? What is the universe trying to show me now that I wasn't seeing before? Resistance creates friction, but acceptance creates flow. By accepting obstacles as vibrational portals rather than blocks, you begin to see that each interruption carries a hidden message, a strategic redirection from the universe to align you with the new reality that is forming. And when you allow this flow to unfold, without resistance, life starts to reorganize almost magically, leading you exactly where you're meant to be. Sign 3, sudden changes in social connections. Have you ever noticed that some people simply disappear from your life without warning, while others unexpectedly enter, bringing new perspectives and opportunities? This movement in social connections isn't random. When the universe is in the process of rewriting reality, it also reorganizes relationships according to the new vibrational frequency of the observer. Just like pieces of a puzzle, connections begin to adjust to reflect the emerging scenario. Imagine you're in a cycle of stagnation. The people around you engage in conversations that no longer resonate with you. Interactions feel empty, and there's a lingering sense of disconnection that you can't quite explain. Suddenly, without major conflicts or explanations, some of these people begin to drift away. It could be a longtime friend moving to another city, a co-worker quitting their job, or a partner deciding to take a different path. At first, these departures may seem painful or confusing, but on a vibrational level, they are happening because your frequency has changed. The energy you're emitting attracts or repels people based on vibrational alignment. If you're in the process of elevating your consciousness, it's natural for old connections that no longer align with this new frequency to begin to dissolve. They aren't being removed by chance, but because the new reality that is emerging no longer accommodates those old patterns. The universe is creating empty space, an open field, so that new connections can manifest. And these new connections often appear almost magically. Maybe you're at a coffee shop and strike up a seemingly casual conversation with someone who shares the same ideas you're beginning to explore. Or a colleague suggests a project that perfectly aligns with the new path you wish to follow. These encounters aren't accidental. They're synchronicities organized by the quantum field to align you with the new reality that is being created. But this process isn't always comfortable. The departure of people who were once significant can evoke feelings of loss, abandonment, or even guilt. It's common to question, did I do something wrong? Why did this person leave so suddenly? However, the answer lies in the vibrational field. When your frequency changes, you become a magnet for new experiences and a repellent for old patterns. It's not about rejecting or being rejected, but rather a natural, energetic reorganization. This reorganization can also happen subtly without major ruptures. Sometimes the connection remains, but the contact becomes sporadic, conversations lose intensity, or interests no longer coincide. This doesn't mean that the person is no longer important or that you should cut them out of your life. It simply means that the vibrations are no longer in sync, and the universe is adjusting the scenario so that new connections, more aligned with your current journey, can emerge. It's interesting to observe that during this process, many of the new connections arrive bearing messages, teachings, or opportunities that help solidify the new reality. They don't show up by chance. Each encounter, each conversation, each new relationship carries a piece of the puzzle that is forming. It's as if the universe is sending emissaries, people who bring essential information or insights for the phase you're going through. On the other hand, if the cycle of departures is intense, it's an invitation to look within and ask, what new reality am I co-creating? What kind of energy am I emitting and consequently attracting? This process isn't about losing people. It's about creating space for new frequencies, new lessons, and new directions. So when people start to leave your life suddenly, instead of clinging or resisting, observe the movement with neutrality. View these departures as a vibrational adjustment, a natural reconfiguration that prepares the ground for new connections. Similarly, when new people enter your life and bring a sense of freshness and instant alignment, embrace it. They might be bringing exactly what you need to anchor the new reality that is emerging. Life is a constant flow of arrivals and departures, and when the universe is rewriting reality, it uses social connections as essential pieces of that process. Each person who arrives or departs is fulfilling a strategic role in your journey of transformation. And when you understand this, every meeting, every farewell, and every reconnection becomes less of a coincidence and more of a vibrational message indicating that your reality is indeed being rewritten. Sign 4. Intense dreams and vivid visions. During the night while the body rests, the mind awakens to a realm where the boundaries of time and space dissolve. In this state, consciousness expands beyond physical limitations, accessing a vibrational field where past, present, and future intertwine in a single flow of energy. When reality is being rewritten, dreams become more intense, laden with symbolism and hidden messages that seem to beg for interpretation. Imagine waking up from a dream in which you're in an unfamiliar place that feels strangely familiar. People you've never met before speak to you as if they know you. Scenes repeat, objects stand out, and situations that seem absurd carry a sense of urgency. These dreams aren't random. They are projections from the quantum field, fragments of a reality that is in the process of reconfiguration. When the universe is in motion, adjusting the vibrational frequency to create a new scenario, the subconscious mind picks up on these signals and translates them into dream imagery. Dreams become a direct channel between the conscious mind and the energy field, functioning as a portal of communication where crucial information is transmitted symbolically. However, interpreting these symbols requires a state of presence and attention, as the rational mind tends to dismiss them as mere random creations. Why do dreams intensify during this process? Because during sleep, the ego relaxes, the analytical mind loses its grip, and the subconscious takes over. In this state, consciousness is more open to capturing vibrational frequencies that, in the waking state, go unnoticed. The new reality being written begins to send signals through images, emotions, and situations that on the surface may seem confusing, but carry profound messages about the path taking shape. Some people report dreams of flying, falling, or crossing through portals. These experiences symbolize the transition between realities, the feeling of being between two worlds, the old which is disintegrating, and the new, which has yet to fully manifest. Flying can represent the elevation of consciousness, the ability to see beyond the obvious. Falling can symbolize the fear of change, the resistance to letting go of the old reality. Crossing portals indicates that you are about to pass through a threshold, a point of no return, where the new vibration will solidify. Dreams involving water, for instance, are especially powerful. Water represents the unconscious, the flow of emotions, the connection with the vibrational field. If the water is calm, it could be a sign that you're in harmony with the new vibration. If it's turbulent, it indicates resistance or fear regarding the changes about to occur. Another common dream during the rewriting of reality is encountering people who have passed away. These presences aren't just memories or longing. On a vibrational level, they act as messengers, trying to convey guidance or warnings essential to the transition you're experiencing. Then, there are the recurring dreams, the ones that seem to play over and over like a scratched record. They indicate vibrational patterns that haven't been fully understood or integrated. It's as if the universe is saying, "Look at this again. There's something here you haven't seen yet." These dreams can be seen as maps of the subconscious, pointing to areas of life where resistance to change is strongest. But it's not just nighttime dreams that carry messages during the rewriting of reality. During waking hours, vivid visions can appear in moments of distraction or relaxation. It may be a brief flash, an image that appears and disappears in seconds but leaves a striking impression. These glimpses are fragments of the new reality, vibrational impressions of what is about to manifest in the physical plane. To fully access the potential of these dreams and visions, it's essential to cultivate the habit of recording everything you remember as soon as you wake up. Write down the details, colors, symbols, and emotions. Over time, patterns will begin to emerge, revealing coded messages that may contain valuable guidance about the next step in your journey. Sign 5, déjà vu or flashbacks. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where everything around you felt strangely familiar, as if you had already lived that moment before? The sensation of déjà vu is one of the most intriguing signs that reality is in the process of reconfiguration. It's as if the mind has accessed a fragment of the future, a glimpse of something that hasn't happened yet, but has already been experienced on a vibrational level. This phenomenon occurs when the quantum field begins to reorganize timelines, allowing the observer to access brief lapses of a reality that is about to manifest. In the context of reality rewriting, déjà vu isn't just a fleeting impression, it is a vibrational echo, an overlap of timelines that are adjusting. In quantum terms, past, present, and future coexist within a unified field, like layers of an energetic spiral. When the mind captures a déjà vu, it's experiencing a kind of temporal leap where consciousness taps into a future point that is already being constructed in the quantum field. Imagine being in an unfamiliar place and suddenly feeling that you've been there before. The colors, sounds, and people, everything feels familiar, but there is no rational explanation for it. This happens because, on a vibrational level, you have accessed this reality before. It may have been during a dream, a vision, or a meditative state. Reality then aligns with what was previously experienced energetically, creating a repetitive effect that the mind perceives as déjà vu. However, déjà vu can also be a sign that reality is being rewritten, and the quantum field is sending an alert that a cycle is about to repeat. For instance, you might be in a conversation and feel as though you've heard those exact words before, in the same tone, in the same context. This vibrational repetition indicates that the energetic field is in the process of realignment and that certain events are being recreated with new nuances or lessons. It's like a time loop reconfiguring itself to offer new choices or perspectives. On the other hand, flashbacks appear as windows into the past, but not necessarily a linear past. They can be memories of events that occurred in this life, or, on a deeper level, memories of parallel realities or even other lifetimes. When reality is in flux, these flashbacks can intensify, bringing up seemingly unrelated memories that carry hidden messages or guidance. Imagine sitting in a cafe and suddenly a scent transports you back to a childhood moment. The memory is so vivid that it feels like you're reliving it. This flashback isn't just a mental whim. On a vibrational level, it is surfacing because the new reality being written may contain elements, people, or situations that resonate with that past event. It's as if the universe is reactivating specific memories to prepare the mind for what's to come. Another powerful example is when flashbacks occur in moments of decision-making. You're about to make an important choice, and suddenly a memory surfaces intensely, bringing forth a feeling or insight that seems crucial to the present moment. In this case, the flashback is acting as a guide, a message sent by the quantum field to indicate that the new reality being written contains a pattern similar to one already experienced. Spiritually, both déjà vu and flashbacks serve as communication channels between the conscious self and the higher mind. They act as points of connection between different timelines, allowing consciousness to access fragments of realities that are being recreated, repeated, or adjusted. In a heightened vibrational state, these phenomena can become more frequent, signaling that reality is in a fluid state, a blank canvas ready to be redesigned. For those who are awake and attentive, these signs can serve as vibrational compasses, indicating that a cycle is about to repeat or that a portal to a new reality is opening. The key is to observe without trying to control or rationalize the experience. The more you resist or try to understand déjà vu or flashbacks with the analytical mind, the harder it becomes to access the message being conveyed. So the next time a déjà vu arises, instead of dismissing it as a mental trick, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and ask yourself, what is the universe trying to show me? What hidden message lies in this moment that feels so familiar? Likewise, when an intense flashback surfaces, observe it closely. Is there something in that past moment that holds a key for the present? A lesson that has not yet been integrated? When reality is being rewritten, these signs become more intense. The quantum field uses memories, sensations, and glimpses as forms of communication, aligning past and future within the same vibrational field. And those who are attentive can perceive that every déjà vu and every flashback is a window into a parallel reality, a point of connection between what was and what is about to be. At a deeper level, these signs are reminders that time is not linear, but an eternal cycle of possibilities where everything has already happened and is about to happen again. Sign 6, frequent synchronicities. You're thinking about someone you haven't seen in years and suddenly they call or send you a message. You walk down the street and see a billboard with exactly the phrase you needed to hear at that moment. Or you're talking about a specific topic, and as you turn on the radio, a song plays that addresses that exact subject. These events are not mere coincidences. They are synchronicities, clear signs that the universe is rewriting reality in trying to draw your attention to something important. Synchronicity is a phenomenon that goes beyond linear logic. It occurs when two or more seemingly unrelated situations align so precisely that they appear orchestrated by a higher intelligence. On a vibrational level, these coincidences are actually points of convergence between the quantum field and the conscious mind. It's as if the universe is weaving together different timelines, creating an invisible pattern that only the attentive can perceive. During the process of rewriting reality, synchronicities intensify. This happens because the quantum field is in a state of reorganization, trying to align events, people, and situations according to the new vibration that is emerging. The conscious mind, when tuned to this new frequency, begins to pick up on these vibrational intersections. It's as if the universe is using everyday events to send hidden messages, clues that indicate the direction in which reality is heading. But why do these synchronicities occur so frequently when reality is being rewritten? The answer lies in vibrational resonance. When you elevate your frequency, your perception expands, becoming more sensitive to the subtle interactions between the physical plane and the energetic field. Reality then ceases to be perceived as a linear flow of isolated events and starts to be seen as a web of interconnected signs and symbols. Imagine you're in a moment of doubt, unsure of which path to take. Suddenly, you begin to notice the appearance of a specific animal, a bird that crosses your path repeatedly, an image that keeps popping up on social media, or a conversation where someone mentions that same animal. Vibrationally, these events are being orchestrated to grab your attention. The bird may symbolize freedom, transition, or a broader perspective. The message is there, but the mind must be open to perceive it. Another classic example of synchronicity is when you're focused on a project or goal and start attracting people or opportunities that align perfectly with what you're creating. Maybe you're writing a book on a specific topic, and without warning, you meet someone who works in that field. Or you're seeking information on a subject, and upon opening a random book, the exact page reveals the answer you were looking for. These coincidences are not random. They are manifestations of the quantum reality, a field of infinite possibilities where everything is interconnected by invisible threads. For those who are paying attention, synchronicities become a true map, a navigation system revealing the next step, the right decision, the path forward. They are vibrational signs that the universe is in a state of reorganization, reconfiguring reality to align with the frequency you are emitting. The more you observe these signs, the clearer and more precise they become, until life itself becomes a continuous flow of messages and guidance. Sign 7, amplified intuition and sense of anticipation. There are moments when you feel that something is about to happen, but you can't quite define what it is. It's like an invisible current running through the air, a vibration pulsing around you, creating an almost palpable state of expectancy. This feeling is one of the clearest signs that reality is being rewritten. When the quantum field begins to reorganize, intuition is amplified, acting as a sensitive radar that detects changes before they manifest physically. Intuition is a direct connection to the energetic field, a channel that transcends logic and accesses information beyond linear time. When reality is in the process of reconfiguration, this channel intensifies. The conscious mind may not fully grasp what is happening, but the intuitive mind is already tuned in to the emerging vibration. This is why, in times of transition, hunches become more frequent and more intense. Imagine walking through a familiar place, but suddenly everything feels slightly different. The light, the sounds, the air, everything carries a distinct tone, almost as if you were seeing the world through a new filter. This type of perception is an indication that reality is in the process of being updated. The intuitive mind is already picking up on the new vibrational patterns that are forming and sending subtle signals for you to be prepared. The sense of anticipation, on the other hand, is a sign that something is about to manifest. It's that feeling of butterflies in your stomach without any apparent reason, the sense that something big is coming, even though nothing concrete has happened yet. This state of expectancy occurs because the mind is accessing fragments of the new reality that is being written. On a quantum level, the future already exists as potential, and intuition is capable of sensing these vibrations, transmitting them as hunches. Amplified intuition can also manifest as sudden insights. Out of nowhere, you receive a brilliant idea, an unexpected solution to a problem you've been facing for a long time. These intuitive flashes are like energetic downloads, information that was circulating in the quantum field and now aligns with your vibrational frequency. It's as if the universe is whispering answers, delivering subtle maps to help you navigate the new scenario that is forming. However, it's common for the rational mind to discredit these hunches. The ego, accustomed to operating within linear time, tends to reject information that it cannot logically explain. It may try to convince you that it's all just imagination, a baseless fantasy. But those who learn to trust their intuition develop a heightened sensitivity to these subtle vibrations, becoming keen observers of the messages the universe is sending. Amplified intuition can also appear as lucid dreams or spontaneous visions. In moments of vibrational transition, the veil between realities becomes thinner, allowing the mind to capture images, symbols, or messages that carry profound meaning. It could be a dream where you clearly see a future event or a brief vision that seems senseless but leaves a strong emotional impact. These intuitive flashes are fragments of the new reality that is about to materialize. Another way intuition intensifies during the rewriting of reality is the sensation of being out of sync with time. You look at the clock and realize that hours have passed, but it feels like only a moment. Or the opposite. A brief moment seems to stretch on indefinitely, as if time is slowing down. This phenomenon occurs because the mind is moving through different temporal layers, accessing information from parallel or future timelines. The sense of anticipation can also be accompanied by physical changes. The body, acting as a vibrational receptor, begins to respond to the new frequencies. It could be a sudden shiver, a chill running down your spine, or a tingling in your hands. These sensations aren't random. They are signs that the energetic field is adjusting, preparing for the manifestation of something significant. Therefore, when intuition intensifies and the sense of anticipation becomes almost constant, it is a clear sign that the universe is in motion, reconfiguring events, people, and situations to align reality with the new vibration that is forming. At this stage, the intuitive mind is already accessing information that the rational mind cannot yet comprehend. The key to navigating these moments is to trust the flow. Instead of trying to control or understand every hunch, allow yourself to feel, observe, and remain open. Amplified intuition is like a quantum compass, pointing toward the direction that the new cycle is taking. And when you learn to follow these signs, reality ceases to be a random sequence of events and reveals itself as a vibrational field in constant dialogue with your consciousness. After all, the future already exists as potential. The question is, are you listening to the messages it is sending? We've reached the end of our journey, but the process of rewriting reality continues. Now that you know the 7 hidden signs indicating that the universe is reorganizing your path, it's time to put this knowledge into practice. Reality is not fixed. It responds to your vibration, your thoughts, and your focus. So, stay attentive to numerical patterns, synchronicities, intense dreams, and hunches that seem to come out of nowhere. Each of these signs is a vibrational message, a reminder that you are in tune with the new frequency that is emerging. And to show that you've made it to the end of this video, write in the comments, "I choose to observe the signs and align my reality." By doing so, you affirm your commitment to this new consciousness and share your intention with the universe. After all, when you decide to observe, the universe responds.